Welcome to Community Combos, a podcast and radio program from LCC Connect with conversations about what's happening in Lansing and around mid-Michigan. Once again, back on the convo, this is Dedelian, and with me in the studio is Liz Baker. Welcome to the show, Liz.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Now, you were the co-chair of the Lansing Out of Darkness Walk, is that correct?
Yes, the Lansing Out of the Darkness Walk.
And tell me a little bit about this. What is it?
So it's a suicide prevention walk that we hold every year. They're actually held nationally across the country, and we have 11 happening in Michigan. So I'm one of 11 walks happening across the state where we are working to raise funds to bring hope to those affected by suicide. Through that fundraising, we're able to bring our resources, our training, education programs, and things like that to the community at no cost.
Very good. You said 11 in Michigan. So do these all take place at the same time, the same day?
Nope. Actually, they take place throughout the month of September. September is Suicide Prevention Month. So actually last weekend, we kicked off our walk season in Michigan with our Oakland, Rochester, Macomb, and Kalamazoo walks.
Okay. So you're involved in all 11, though. Is that
yes.
correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I serve on our Michigan State chapter as the chapter secretary, as well as chairing the Lansing Walk. So it's a lot of us are in that realm as well who are on the chapter board. We have our hands in a lot of different things. So we just it's one big team, and we help out, and it's an all hands on deck kind of operation.
Yeah, definitely. With nonprofits, I find that anybody involved in a nonprofit has usually got their hands in some sort like different areas.
Yeah, we like to say that we all wear a lot of different hats.
Very good. Very good. So why exactly do you do this?
So I got started about 10 years ago. I experienced a suicide loss. I was only 17 years old.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. And it rocked my whole world.
Yeah.
It changed the entire trajectory of my life to the point where a few months after he passed, I came across an Out of the Darkness walk in Lansing, and it was a little too early for me, but other people wanted to go, and all right, fine, then we'll go. And in the middle of that walk, I found myself absolutely losing it. There was a couple hundred people there, and all of a sudden I felt a hand on my back, and it was one of my teachers from elementary school. Oh, wow. And in that moment, I knew, first of all, suicide doesn't discriminate. Mental health conditions don't discriminate, that they touch anybody and everybody. And having that validation, especially just being that 17 years old, not knowing, I had just graduated high school. I didn't know what I was doing with my life and those types of things. And that type of huge loss completely changed things for me. So
I would imagine so, yes.
When I got involved, the following year, I was a little volunteer, started at ground zero kind of a thing. And 10 years later have bloomed into a crisis worker, and that this is my life. This is what I do. Not only in volunteering, but in my professional life as well. I was actually going to ask you that, because it did sound like, based on what you're talking about, it sounds like you're involved in everything. So it sounds like it's a part of your life, which, and I never know how to phrase it, but I always feel like if something good comes out of a tragedy, there is at least that. Yeah. I'm glad you're a part of it, and I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. Thank you.
So like when you're raising these funds, what are the funds utilized for? Is it utilized for resources to help folks like you who have experienced loss? And so we have 4 different areas that we focus those funds in, and that is education and prevention. So looking at how we can best prevent a suicide crisis, what goes into that. And then looking at advocacy on both a state and national level. We have meetings with legislatures where we are lobbying for mental health bills, funding for 988 and those types of things. And then we also focus in, like we said, resources and literature, things like that to give out to people, but also having a specific area where we have resources and programs for suicide loss survivors, specific resources and things like that specifically for those who've experienced a loss. Very good. And so it sounds like it's being put to a good use. Now, the walk itself is going to be the 24th of September. Not everybody might be able to make it. So how can somebody else support the cause, get involved, be a part of it? So we are, as a chapter, we're having events all over the place all of the time. We're constantly moving. If you're not able to make it to the Lansing Walk, maybe you can make it to one of the other walks that might be in the area. So I would definitely recommend checking out AFSP
lsing.org/Michigan.
Okay.
And that'll take you to our chapter website where you can see and keep up with all of the stuff that we're doing in the state. In November, we have what's called International Survivors of Suicide Loss Day. That's a Saturday before Thanksgiving every year, where internationally people gather to remember those we've lost to suicide, to pay respects, but to also honor their own journeys. We know that, when somebody experiences a loss like that, like we said, it changes everything. Absolutely. Yeah. And so honoring that within yourself is I feel that is so important, because you're figuring out who you are as a new person on that other side of this huge loss.
Mm-hmm. That completely makes sense. What about sponsorships? Do you take in sponsorships?
Yeah. So we are recruiting sponsors, and that helps us, like we said, continue to bring those resources and things like that. We have 6 sponsors currently. But if that is something that people would be interested in helping out with, we'll always hop on board with more sponsors.
Very good. And what about what if somebody just wanted to help raise funds, offer a donation or anything like that?
Yeah, so we do accept donations. There's a few different ways that you can do that. We're having a silent auction at our walk. So if anybody were interested in, maybe donating a basket or something to the silent auction, as well as we have a DJ who donates his services every year. Shout out to Hot Beats Entertainment.
Sure.
DJ Rod has been with us for quite a while, and he takes care of us very well. So not only do we have those types of in-kind type donations,
sure,
you can register for the walk at afsp.org/Lansing.
Okay.
And then when you register, it will create an online profile for you. So you can share that throughout your socials. You can send out email forms and things like that. And then people can just donate right online.
Okay. Very good. And as I mentioned before, it's on the 24th of September. That is Sunday, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
What time does that get started and underway?
Our registration is going to open at 11 a.m. We recommend that people get there right around then. We'll have lots of different community resources and activities, and then the walk itself will kick off at 1 p.m.
And how long is the walk?
It clocks in at just under 3 miles. Basically, we're starting at Adado Riverfront Park and then making a big loop back down to the Capitol and then to the park again.
Very good. You already mentioned the website. That is afsp.org/Lansing. And if they wanted to find you on Facebook, where would they find you there?
They would just search the Lansing Out of the Darkness Walk or the AFSP Michigan chapter.
Gotcha. Is there anything we didn't hit on that you wanted to make sure we talked about?
If people are interested in getting involved, I would certainly recommend checking us out.
To do that.
Yeah, there's definitely time to do that. We need volunteers for the day of the walk. And then we're also looking for people who would be interested in helping plan the walk and join the committee as well. Our committee has gone up and down over the years, so it would be really nice to have some fresh faces and new ideas to help continue to grow the walk.
Definitely. Very good. Liz Baker, the chair or co-chair of the Lansing Out of Darkness Walk. Thank you so much for doing everything you do in our community and being a part of the combo.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You've been listening to Community Combos, a program from LCC Connect with conversations about what's happening in our community. To listen to this episode on demand, visit us at lccconnect.org or find us on your favorite podcast platform. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on Community Combos, email us lcc-connect@lcc.edu. And thanks for joining The Combo.